Hey guys, how are ya? We're gonna make cannolis today. I had to make my dough first because it had to rest for an hour before we can roll it out. So, I'm gonna whip up the icing and put it in the fridge while we make the cannoli shells. And I'll give you guys the recipe, but I just had to do that because we'd be on here for an hour if I would have made it without you guys. So, all right. So, in my bowl, I have 16 ounces of ricotta strained. So I just let it sit in a strainer and let it drip out all the juices and kind of push it with a paper towel. So that's what's in there. And then we're going to do a half a cup of powdered sugar. So that's going in. I have a teaspoon of cinnamon. That's optional. That's up to you. Up to you. And then we need a teaspoon of vanilla. This is my homemade vanilla bean paste. So we're going to put a teaspoon in. And a little extra for goodness. So that's going in. Okay. And then I'm not going to use my big mixer. I just plugged in my little mixer. So I can just mix this up. So that looks a little, I'm going to look at it. It looks a little loose to me. Maybe not. Let's taste it. It's got a good taste. I'm going to add a little bit more powdered sugar to thicken it up a little bit. So I left my powdered sugar out just in case. And that's what we're going to do. So that is a fourth of a cup. So I added an extra fourth of a cup. And then I'm just going to stir that in with the... Instead of whipping it again, I'm just going to hand stir it in. So, for your ricotta filling, you need 16 ounces of ricotta cheese. Like I said, let it sit in a strainer and let all the milk run out. You can also put it in a cheesecloth if you want. I put a teaspoon of cinnamon in here. And it was a half a cup of powdered sugar, but I added another fourth, so there's 3/4 of powdered sugar in here. And then I used my vanilla bean paste and a little extra for goodness. So now the cinnamon's optional. You don't have to put it in there if you don't want. I like it, so there's your ricotta filling. Hey, Robin. So I'm going to step away and put this in the fridge, and then we'll go to making the dough. Let me get rid of this too before we have a mess. Okay, so I had to make the dough because you have to let it rest for an hour. So in the dough, it's 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of salted butter, 1/3 of a cup of Marsala wine, 1 large egg, and 1 egg yolk. You can get this in the baking aisle with the red wine vinegars and all that stuff. So you can either put it in a food processor or you can work it with your hands like I did the scones the other day. I just did my hands. Here's your dough. There's your cannoli dough. It's been resting for an hour, so it's real pliable. So we're gonna put it here on my surface and we're gonna roll it out. It says that you need a 4-inch cutter. I don't know what my 4-inch one is. I found my 2. I found my 3. I found my 5. I found my 7. You think I could find my 4? No. So, I measured. This is a 4. You just got to do what you got to do. Alright. So, I'm going to put a little bit of flour on my surface here, I think. Because I don't want this dough to stick on the counter. Now, for these, you got to roll them out really thin. Very thin. And they do sell cannoli pins. I don't have cannoli. Hey, Kay. I don't have cannoli pins. But I showed you guys my lady locks the other day. My mini ones. These are big ones. I'm going to use my big ones. These are old. They're old. So I seasoned them already, and I had them out on the front porch cooling off so they'd be ready whenever I was ready to go live. So I'm just going to cut this in half, and we're going to roll out some. Let's get my eye turned up. I've got that oil cooking, so you can see how pliable it is. It's really, hey Cindy, you can see how pliable it is. So you just want to, I don't know how many we'll get, probably maybe 12 or 16, I don't know. Depends. I would say roll it out to like about 1/8 of an inch thick if you're going to attempt to make them. Okay. Yeah, I think we still got to go a little bit more. You can almost see through it, so that's what we want. It's almost like rolling out pie dough, guys. Basically. We're going to learn this together. Okay, so our Paisley was sick over the weekend, and now our Aubriella is sick. So both girls are home today, sick. Poor babies. Guess when you go to school, you just get all kinds of stuff. All right. Now, I generally don't like to use egg whites for anything, but I'm going to use them today. I'm just not an egg white kind of person, but I want to make sure these are on here for my pens. Okay, so we're just going to use this and cut some circles. Hey, bud. Okay. These are seasoned. I don't know if you guys can see. I got them seasoned up, so you're just gonna, being these are like skinny on one end and thick on the other, we're gonna use the larger end. So I'm just gonna wrap it around, bring it up, and pinch it, and then I'm going to use a little bit of egg wash right there and bring so we're gonna learn this together, guys. Bud come out earlier and said, "What are you gonna make today, Mom?" I said, "I'm gonna make cannolis," and he was like, "You are?" I was like, "Yep, I am." And if they flop, well, we tried. Okay. I think my oil is ready, so that's good. I'm going to bring you guys close to the edge of the counter where I'm frying so you can see. And then, of course, you're supposed to have mini chocolate chips, but I have regular, so it's fine. You do what you do. You do what makes you happy. All right, so we're going to ball this up, and I'm going to set it over here, and I'm going to put this to the back. All right, so we got, how many so far? Let's pinch that one. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 7 so far. All right, I'm going to bring yours closer. Can you see me? Yeah. Okay. Let's turn this volume up. All right. I'm going to turn my eye down just a couple little notches. I'm going to do maybe 2 at once and see what they look like. And then oh, we'll do 4. Why not? Two minutes on each side. Give them a turn. Maybe a minute. That was quick. That's quick. I actually think we could use the bigger, I think we can use our 5-inch roller because these look small. I'm I'm going to attempt to get these off here before I put more in. Hopefully without getting burnt. Let me grab another paper towel. I don't know if you guys can see these or not. The back ends up. You see that? I'm gonna try and take these off without getting burnt. Oh, wrong way, Jen. Go towards the small way. There we go. Whew. There it is. I actually think, I don't know if we should, in her direction, she didn't say to leave them cool on here or take them off. There we go. I think if I would have got them off like as soon as, hey Joni, as soon as I took them out of the oil, probably would have been better. But I think I'm going to get my 5-inch cutter, and the next ones I cut, I'll use the 5-inch cutter, because this is a 4-inch and those look really small to me. So, they did cook fast, Joni. I think my oil's been on my eye for a while, so I just turned it down. There we go. Okay. So that was 4. They look nice and crispy all the way through. Hey, Rockann. So we'll try another batch and see what they look like. So there's 4 cannolis, but I think I'm going to get my, I think I'm going to use my 5-inch cutter and see what they look like after after we put these ones in and see. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I think those are too little. So I already know by looking at them they're too little. I don't like the way they look. Okay, going back over to the grease. Back over, and in they go. Oh, that one came right off. Well, that's all right. I won't have to pull that one off. Okay. All right. I'm going to let those ones cool and see if, how much snow did you get, you guys? We didn't get anything. We were supposed to get ice and all kinds of stuff. We got nothing here. We got nothing. We got rain, but it had already warmed up, so we got nothing. We got nothing here. Yeah, I'm going to let those sit and see what it does if I let them sit, if they come off easier once they're cool. Okay, so we're going to roll this back out. And I'm going to use the 5-inch cutter instead of, I'm going to use the bigger cutter and see. So, again, we got to roll this dough out really thin. And I'm going to turn that grease down on my eye more. I'm going to put it down to a 5. we got that down to a 5. So if you're just coming on here, we're learning how to make cannolis today. And you need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of salted butter, and 1 large egg, 1 egg yolk. Reserve the other white for sealing your dough up, and a 1/3 cup of Marsala wine. Now I'm only going to cut one of these and see how big this thing looks on this pin. Trial and error, trial and error. Okay, so let's do this one. So this one here is a 5-inch. It said 4, but that was a 4, and they look really small to me. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Oh, now see, that's going to take up the whole pin. I don't know. Well, that looks like a cannoli to me. What do you guys think? Looks like it to me. We're going to go with it. It's not going to be as tight on the... So we're just going to seal it up. And then drop it in the oil and see what it does. That's what we're going to do. All right. I'm going to bring you in close. We're going to see what this one looks like. Much better. That looks like a hunkin' cannoli right there. What do you guys think? Can you see it? I'll bring it over. I'll bring it over. Okay, guys, there it is. I think these ones are perfect. Oh yeah. Check that out. Now I'm happy. Perfect. 5-inch. It doesn't seal tight against the pin, and it comes right off. Heck yes. Okay, happy. We're just gonna keep going. Let me see if these ones will come off now. Yeah. So we have babies, and then we have a good one. So I'll do a couple more with you. I'll let that cool off, and then we'll fill it up and powdered sugar it, and we'll see what it's like. So let me cut a couple more. The only thing bad about this is you're not going to get as many. I look like a train wreck today. Look at me. You're not going to get as many this size, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay. So once again, we're going to put it on there, and I'm going to seal this puppy up. I'm going to seal it up. And I don't know if I can get one more. It'll be a little off, but it'll be okay. It's all right. No biggie. Could fly by the seats of our pants. Okay. We'll put 2 in. I'm going to ball this up and bring in close. I think you'll be able to see me. Yeah. Just be careful when y'all are doing it. Don't get burnt. They have a good bubble on them. Okay. So let's get, what did I do with my towel? Okay. There's another one. They got nice bubbles on them. So they're going to be nice and crispy. There's another one. So we're going to have to, we'll let this one cool. I'm going to keep it away from the other ones. I'm going to keep it away. And I'm going to go over to the fridge and I'm going to get my filling, and we're going to fill one of these puppies. Hold on. There's your filling. Hi, sis. So I'm going to get a bag. This hasn't set up enough yet, but that's okay. It's all right. Gotta leave it in the fridge for a little bit, but I don't want to keep you guys on here for like ever. So I am going to do one of these baby ones. Couple little chocolate chips. And after that, where's my powdered sugar? I have it some, oh, right here. Duh. And there we go. I'm excited. Now let's see. Mmm. You're supposed to let your cream sit in the refrigerator. Look at me. for an hour after you mix it up, so it chills up. But they're good. They are really good. Let me making these again. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to finish cutting those big ones out. I'm going to fry them. I'm going to let my cheese filling sit up in the refrigerator and let it get harder. And then I'll fill them all. I'll put the recipe on and a picture, and I'll post it after a little while. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll talk to you later. Bye.